Hi. Ah! Do we need a pint-sized jar?
I would do a quart so you don't have to change it later.
Quart-sized jar. And teach me how to make ginger bug.
Okay, it's really easy.
Okay.
Ooh, you can make ginger tea later. You're supposed to stick it up your nose, not it.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
Huh?
I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
I'm sorry. Got it.
That's happiness.
Wow.
What the
hell.
Hey everybody, welcome
Start over. I was making a weird face.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Hamakua Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany, and today we have Anna.
It's me.
The Fermented Homestead is here to teach us how to ferment a ginger bug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
My qualifications is that I have successfully made one once.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how to ferment stuff. So we're gonna give this a go. And Tiffany has tried it once before. She did not have luck because she did not use organic ginger. The main reason with the organic ginger is that it is a toxic crap storm, for one thing. And for another thing, they're generally irradiated with radiation. And organic ginger cannot be irradiated in the United States. So we have this stuff that we dug out of the yard right over there.
That's stupid. You broke it.
You sent it anywhere.
Again.
Looks like it might be edible. It looks eatable. So it is definitely not irradiated, and it is organic. So this should work pretty dang well. Mm-hmm. If you have it, you do not want to peel it because all the good stuffs and all the bacteria is on the skin of here, and you're not going to be consuming it, so it does not matter. So if you peel it, you will lessen the chances of it being successful, as well as it's just going to take a long time. It's going to be frustrating. So if you want the process to go quicker, don't peel your ginger and use organic.
This is galungal.
Galangal.
Galungal ginger.
Galangal. Okay. So there are many different ways that you can make this. Lots of different recipes out there. Basically, the gist of it is equal parts ginger, water, and sugar mixed into a jar, and then you keep feeding it about a tablespoon roughly of each one every day until it gets vigorously bubbly, according to Sandor Katz. Vigorously bubbly. You can chop it. You can what is that word?
Cheese grater?
Sure, that'll work.
Cool.
It'll be kind of stringy, but it'll work.
That's okay.
But if you have whatever, I can't think of the word. What is the word for the ginger thing that you have? It's not the zester, but at any rate, you basically, the smaller you make the ginger, the quicker the ferment will go. Also because it has more access to even more sugar, so it will ferment quicker and have a stronger ginger flavor.
That means we have ginger beer or ginger soda sooner.
Yes, which she's gonna make.
Mm-hmm.
Ginger beer.
Stay tuned. How much?
A tablespoon or two.
Onto here?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that once your sourdough starter is really established, you can skip days and it doesn't matter?
Mm-hmm. I'd say just finish however much of that you can. And then... Oh.
It's very dry. Did it?
It is pretty dry.
Very dry.
It is dry.
Is it supposed to be?
Ginger? No.
Very dry. Not at all.
Smush it. Smush it in. See?
Smush it real good.
Exactly. add equal parts sugar and water, roughly. It doesn't have to be exact. It's not a science, it's in nature. And with the sugar, also, when possible, you want to make sure that you're using organic sugar because the other stuff is crap. And it also has all kinds of chemical processes and bleaches and all kinds of stuff that's just not good for fermentation.
Yeah.
Will it not be successful based on the type of sugar you use? Probably won't have any effect on it, but
Better for your body.
and this is cane sugar, so not genetically modified beet sugar. 1, 2. The ginger brings forth the ginger flavor as well as the bacteria that you need in order to turn it into an intentional fermentation. The sugar is the fuel for said bacteria, and the water basically just makes it liquid-ish enough that all of the things can come together. That's the purposes of the things that we have before us. Look at that! Rick it. Tiffany, Rick it.
Rick it, Linda, Rick it. Linda, listen. Linda, listen.
But you didn't say Rick it.
Rick it.
Hayden said Rick it.
Hayden.
Dude, you're just making a giant mess. Holy crap balls! Just hold the thing and pour a dash in there. But at the same time, I feel like it's not your fault that that happened because... Why are you struggling? More water is better than water.
Now what?
Now you put a mesh lid on it.
Where do we get one of those?
I don't know, it's your house. I don't know where
Amazon.
all your stuff is.
Amazon.
You can get one on Amazon or you can just use a towel. Paper towel.
Paper.
Coffee filter.
Ooh, coffee
It needs the
filter.
oxygen. This is an oxygen type of ferment. And no wonder you get fruit flies in your stuff.
That's what I use for
There's
my
all kinds of
sourdough.
gaps.
That's what I use for sourdough.
And then just every day or so, you just come through and add in like a teaspoon to a tablespoon of each of those ingredients. Stir it up until it gets vigorously bubbly. And I'm sure you'll bring them along for the process
Sure will.
of doing that. Don't forget to feed it in the beginning, especially.
In the beginning.
But also, when this is done and it's ready to make the ginger beers or the ginger things, all you're going to do with it is you can pop it in the fridge and just pull it out whenever you want to use it. Just bring it out like a day ahead of time, feed it however much you need, and then that's it.
Just like sourdough.
Yes, it's very similar to sourdough. You can leave it on the counter if you want to use it daily, or you can put it in the fridge. And you can use it for all kinds of stuff. Like if you have a lot of stomach issues, you can just like take it straight. You can make ginger beer out of it. You can make all different kinds of things. You can also just use it as a general fermentation starter because it's fermented. Yes, and you need to make the ginger bug before you make the ginger beer because this has the cultured active colony of yeast in it, and that will make it bubble. Bubble.
And for the record, she doesn't like this.
No, she doesn't.
Thing.
It does not make a secure contact so fruit flies can get in there. She
doesn't
I
like
need a
it.
real rubber band.
So I'm gonna go find a real rubber band because the master told me to. Missouri Heather or Health Heather? Hi, Missouri Heather. You're going in our video, Heather. See you tomorrow. You don't record on your button. Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it, but it's bubbles. Bubbles, 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 bubbles. Let me show you how we feed this real quick. I have not been extremely careful about the amount of ginger that I am doing, but it's roughly the same amount. Probably 1 packed tablespoon of freshly grated organic ginger. I learned the lesson about the organic part the hard way. And the reason for that is because ginger is one of the crops that is really sprayed a lot with pesticides and herbicides. When you're trying to create life and culture bacterias to be alive, the last thing that's going to help you is putting something in your jar that has been sprayed with something that's intended to kill. So make sure it's organic ginger. Preferably grown at your house if you can. So we've got our 1 tablespoon of ginger, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of water. And then we just go ahead and mix it up really well. The sugar and the ginger are going to provide food for what is now actually considered a ginger bug. Now it can eat. I've been doing this every day for over a month. And now I just need to actually buckle down and figure out how to make ginger beer with this, because honestly, the idea of it intimidates me and I just don't know how to do it. But now our ginger bug is super happy. In case you're wondering how I've been adding to it for over a month, I split it off into 2 because it got too much for the jar.
Okay. Looks great. Welcome back to the world's longest stretching Fermented February video. So today we are ready to actually transform this ginger bug into ginger beer. Can you hear it? It's bubbling. I'm sure that there is more than one way to do this, but I'm gonna go with the version that I trust the most so far, and that's from Joshua Weissman's channel. I love that guy, he's hilarious. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go with his version and see how it turns out. First thing you're gonna do, in a large stock pot, go ahead and put 2 quarts of water, 273 grams of sugar, or 1 1/4 cup, 54 grams of grated ginger, or 1/4 cup. Bring these up to a boil and then lower your heat so it's simmering for 5 to 8 minutes. After this, let it cool down to room temperature naturally. Once it is cooled completely down to room temperature, you're gonna strain it.
Yeah.
You're gonna add 110 grams or a 1/2 cup of your strained ginger bug. Along with the juice of 3 lemons. Mix these together and you're ready to bottle. For the sake of transparency, I will let you know that at some point in time, I'm not exactly sure when, I did switch and I am using organic ginger from Costco. I don't necessarily think that the galangal ginger from my yard was working very well. I think that the type of ginger does matter. This is working a lot better. All right, it has been 5 days since we bottled up our ginger beer. And yesterday I noticed it was just sitting there minding its own business on the pantry shelf, just la-di-da.
And I swear to you, those things were about to explode. Those lids were about to come off, I promise. So anyways, I put them in the refrigerator very, very carefully. I was honestly scared that if I even looked in their direction or breathed the wrong way, that they would explode. But I was able to successfully get them in the refrigerator to hopefully slow down the fermentation process until today when we can do a taste test. It doesn't look quite as explosive, but yeah. Okay, I'm a little nervous to open this, but we've got it's settled a lot at the bottom. I'm gonna bring you down and show you, and hopefully it doesn't explode on you. It's so much pressure. Okay. I'm gonna do it over the sink. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, it's mixed now. Cool. Well, that's very cool. It's very bubbly. Wow. Wow. Spicy. Not spicy in a bad way. It is so bubbly. This whole glass is bubbly. I guess that ginger bug that I've been playing around with for about 2 months, 3 months, it's not joking around. All right, I just got a little flavor of the foam. I'm gonna take a sip of the actual liquid now. Oh my gosh, it's so carbonated. That's exciting. It's a very strong flavor. Okay, okay. You can get down with that. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. These bottles are not actually for me. I tend to stick with my kombucha that I have recently begun to actually kind of get a good routine with. These are for my sweetheart. He requests very few things that I can make a video out of. And this was one of them. And that's what started this whole adventure back in November when Anna was here. Wow. It is so tasty. And you know, the thing that I really, really like about ferments nowadays is that you can get those flavors and that satisfaction of having something really yummy without it being too sweet. Like with the jams and the jellies and the sauces and everything that you find in the convenience of a grocery store, they're all loaded with sugar or high fructose corn syrup or whatever it is. But with these, you're getting that special treat without all that crap. It's absolutely delicious. I'm gonna take the rest of this to my sweetheart and get his feedback real quick. Okay, here he is. He's gonna try our ginger beer. Can you smell it?
It has a different smell. Ooh, that is good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
It's very carbonated.
That is like Reed's ginger beer, only better. That is excellent.
Yay.
That has got zing to it.
Yeah.
It's like spicy.
Yeah. Do you love it?
But it's really sweet. It is really good.
Yay.
Excellent.
Are you going to finish off the other 3 bottles?
at some point.
Cool. Yeah, I would definitely drink it. That is excellent. I bet that would go good with gin.
Yeah.
It's one way to find out.
I think I want to put ice with it too, because it can get mellowed out even a little.
I think so too.
So that definitely makes me happy because I was so nervous about this whole thing. I was just procrastinating about this, and now it turned out as a huge success. Since I have no intention of making more ginger beer in the next week or two, or however long, I'm gonna take this now fed and active, beautiful ginger bug, and I'm gonna stick it in the refrigerator. It won't kill the bacteria that it made, but it will slow it down, and it'll kind of hibernate in the fridge until it's time that I feel like I want to make more, and then I'll bring it out and feed it again and bring it back to its full glory. Don't forget to go down below, check out all the links for all the other channels, and comment on each of their videos so you have a chance to win a prize. And thank you, Anna at the Fermented Homestead, for hosting this awesome collaboration. I hope that this inspires you guys to get out there and start your fermentation journey. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Hamakua Homestead. I'll see you again soon.